What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Nick here, and today I'll be doing another edition of This Week in WWE. So this week in WWE, in my mind, it was probably one in my book, it was one of the most historic weeks we have ever had in WWE history. Of course, starting with this past Saturday at NXT TAKEOVER Chicago, where we witnessed where we crowned a brand new WWE United Kingdom Champion as the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne took out Tyler Bate with the bitter end to win the championship. And of course, it was 4 months in the making, because if you guys recall, at the UK Championship tournament this past January on the network, it was actually Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, the last two superstars, who were in the finals of that tournament, and Tyler Bate ended up winning the championship. And then of course we had we had a massive turn of events, of course with the NXT tag team division, as DIY, the tag team of the team of DIY came to a abrupt halt as Tommaso something, I don't remember his last name, Tommaso Ciampa, I believe is how you say it, turned his back on his longtime best friend Johnny Gargantua after the tag team title ladder match against the Authors of Pain. Ciampa just literally just attacked Gargantua, and based on what I know, Gargantua is in the hospital. Based on what I know, he's supposed to be out of action for at least a few weeks, maybe a couple months. I don't remember, but yeah. And then of course we had Hideo Itami against Bobby Roode for the NXT title. Even though Bobby Roode won the match, Hideo Itami was shown a lot of respect from the NXT universe, I think it's honestly in my book. I think Hideo Itami could have won the championship had it not been for his knee. Unfortunately, during the match he had hyperextended his ankle, which is his knee. That allowed Bobby Roode to hit Itami with not one but two glorious DDTs, and he was able to get the victory. And then of course the NXT Women's Championship was on the line. Asuka in a triple threat against Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross from the group Sanity, and of course Asuka won. For Asuka, I think it's safe to say that I don't think anyone can take the title away from her. But we'll see. But we'll see what happens in the future. And then of course this past Sunday night at Backlash, we crowned a brand new WWE Champion in Jinder Mahal. Now he is the 50th superstar in WWE history to win his first WWE Championship. The last superstar to win his first championship was Bray Wyatt, and but at least Randy Orton will get his rematch clause at the SmackDown pay-per-view Money in the Bank, when he takes on Jinder Mahal for the championship. I honestly, in my book, I think Shane McMahon could have made a better call with that match, by banning the Singh brothers from ringside, only because over the last couple of months, the last month or so, the same brothers have gotten involved in Jinder Mahal's matches, so I think Shane McMahon could have made a better call with that one. But yeah, and then of course we had the debut of the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura as he defeated the show-off Dolph Ziggler, and in typical Shinsuke fashion with the Kinshasa knee strike. And then of course we had the 6-woman tag team match between the Welcoming Committee and the Royal Glowfire. Of course, I'm making reference to Natalya, Tamina, and Carmella with James Ellsworth as the Welcoming Committee, and then the Royal Glowfire would have been Charlotte Flair, the SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi, and of course Becky Lynch. Honestly, I was very shocked to see that Becky Lynch and Charlotte getting along, because the last time they were a tag team, things just went completely downhill for Becky Lynch. So yeah, it was nice to see Becky Lynch and Charlotte getting along one more time. Hopefully that happens again in the future. So yeah, and then of course we had the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line as the Usos defended against Breezango. And then we had the United States Championship on the line as Kevin Owens defended the title against AJ Styles. And then this past Monday night on Raw, we are now on the road to Extreme Rules, which will be Sunday, June 4th, which will be a week from this Sunday. And we had a huge tag team main event as Bray Wyatt teamed up with Samoa Joe to take on the team of Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Honestly, that was a tag team that we were not expecting to have again. Especially with what happened at Survivor Series. But yeah, the match did take place, and then and then of course we had a one-on-one match between Sheamus and Matt Hardy, and the winner of that match would get to name the stipulation for the Raw Tag Team title match at Extreme Rules. So it has now been made official. At Extreme Rules, it will be the Hardys defending the Raw Tag Team titles against Sheamus and Cesaro in a steel cage match. Now, of course, we all know that when it comes to steel cage matches, Jeff Hardy becomes extreme, and I emphasize the word extreme because the last time Jeff Hardy was in a steel cage match in a WWE ring, wow, it was just incredible. Literally, like seeing Jeff Hardy in matches like ladder matches, steel cage matches, Extreme Rules matches, you know any type of match that involves weapons or taking high risks. Jeff Hardy is always at the top of his game, no matter what happens. And the same thing with Matt Hardy, especially when it comes to ladder matches. Matt Hardy is always at the top of his game. So you know that the Hardys will stop at nothing to retain the Raw Tag Team titles. And then there was a promo, if you will, for Goldust saying that the Golden Age is back. No longer is he with R-Truth as a tag team. Of course, the Golden Truth is no more. And yeah, and honestly, it was like months and months in the making, because in my book, Goldust made a huge mistake by teaming up with R-Truth because over the last couple of years, R-Truth hasn't had very much TV time. He's only had TV time on just like the minor shows, like Superstars and Main Event, which both Both those shows can be seen exclusively only on Hulu, and of course on demand on the WWE Network. And so, honestly, in my book, I think Goldust made the right call by turning his back on R-Truth, and so that we can get to bigger things at hand, like becoming Intercontinental Champion one more time before he really retires. Because I've heard some rumors over the last year or so that supposedly Goldust wants a shot at the Intercontinental Championship, which is now being held by Dean Ambrose. He wants to hold the title one more time before he hangs up the boots, because of course, as you guys are well aware, he's had a lot of injuries in his career, and so yeah, you know for sure that once he wins with the championship, it'll probably be the end of it. And then of course, we had a one-on-one match between Finn Balor and Carl Anderson of the club, and of course before that, we had of course before the match started, Paul Heyman came out and showed a lot of respect, which is something that Paul Heyman rarely does. But Paul Heyman said that he was looking forward to seeing Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. My opinion, my honest opinion, that match should be quite interesting. But in my book, what would be the perfect call is, say for example, nobody wins the Fatal 5-Way Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules. Let's say no one wins. The next night on Raw, Kurt Angle makes it official to make it a 6-pack challenge. Rollins, Joe, Balor, Wyatt, Reigns, and Lesnar in a 6-pack challenge. I would probably say make it a 6-pack challenge elimination match, maybe for the Universal title at the next Raw exclusive pay-per-view after Extreme Rules, which supposedly is supposed to be a brand new pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire. That pay-per-view will take place in July, supposedly. We will see. And then of course we had a one-on-one match between Sasha Banks and Alicia Fox. And Sasha Banks may have won the match, but Alicia Fox got the last laugh as she attacked Sasha from behind. And then of course, Enzo Amore was attacked from behind, and he was completely knocked out. Rumor has it that supposedly it was the Revival who took out Enzo Amore, but we will see what happens next week on Raw. And then of course, this past Tuesday on SmackDown Live, there was a tag team match between Charlotte and Becky Lynch, with Naomi and ringside taking on Carmella and Natalya with Tamina and James Ellsworth at ringside. And the match ended with a win from the Welcoming Committee. I don't remember. But yeah, and then we had a impromptu rematch for the SmackDown Tag Team titles as the Usos defended against Breezango, and once again the Usos prevailed. And then at the top of the SmackDown Live show, Shane McMahon announced who would enter the Money in the Bank ladder match at Money in the Bank. Initially, it was supposed to be 5 superstars, but now there are 6. AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Kevin Owens. 6 of WWE's top superstars on SmackDown Live will battle it out for the briefcase. And honestly, the color, it's about time that they finally changed the color back to blue. Because honestly, the gold color did not fit. Literally, it did not fit. But yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen at Money in the Bank. And then of course there was a celebration of the WWE Championship victory that Jinder Mahal had at Backlash, and apparently Jinder Mahal says he's gonna keep it for a very long time. But let's be real here, okay? You know what? I'm gonna be completely honest here. Jinder Mahal, honestly, we knew that Jinder Mahal was gonna be champion one day. We just didn't know when. When he defeated Randy Orton at Backlash, I was in shock. That was completely unexpected. But at least Randy Orton gets his rematch at Money in the Bank for the WWE title, and you know that Randy Orton will stop at nothing to regain the WWE Championship, making him a 14-time champion, tying Triple H with that many title reigns. So yeah, and then of course the main event that night, it was a tag team match between Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens as they took on Shinsuke Nakamura and the phenomenal AJ Styles, 2 superstars who literally battled it out all over Japan, now as tag team partners. And of course, Styles said that both of them have each other's respect. You know, that's what basically WWE is all about. Winning is about winning championships, competing in the ring for us, the fans, and of course having respect for your opponents. So and of course, Styles and Nakamura won the match, and both superstars showed a lot. Was just show. Can't even speak. Show of respect, and to close out the show. And then of course on 205 Live there was a double interview with, of course, there was an interview that Corey Graves conducted, as he conducted an interview with both the Cruiserweight Champion Neville and the greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries, and there was a lot of trash talking. I swear to God, I saw the interview on YouTube, on YouTube, and honestly, there was a lot of trash talking. Literally, there was. I was just like I was on the floor laughing, and then of course we had the return of Cedric Alexander as he took on a local competitor, and of course he won the match with a lumbar check. And then on NXT, we saw Drew McIntyre take on Wesley Blake, and then we had the debut of some guy. I don't even know who the hell he is or what he is, but yes, supposedly he won his match, and then Aleister Black, one of the top fastest rising stars in NXT, defeated Kurt Hawkins with the Black Mask Kick. I believe that was the name of his move, and yeah. So we will see what happens next week, on Raw and on SmackDown Live, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, that is it for this week in WWE. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And remember to post in the comments below. And remember to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and bell me for more WWE and YuGiOh opening videos. And and be sure to send in that fan mail. My address will be in the description below, so you guys can send in your fan mail. And do not forget, the summer giveaway will start next week. Next week on Thursday, June 1st. So you have from Thursday, June 1st, all the way through August 31st to go on Facebook, PM me with your full first and last name, your age, where you're from, letting me know that you are officially entering the summer giveaway, and I will respond by saying best of luck. Hope you win. So do not forget. And on that, this is your boy Nick here, signing out.